We are pulling the radiator out of this 07 Mazda 3 2.3 liter. It's not a speed, but I don't think it really matters. I think it's the same between the speed and the non-speeds. So we got the petcock out draining right now. Let's loosen this. I also have the front wheels up on jack stands. That will help me get underneath it. Oh, you can hear coolant's really coming out now. Oh, make sure I catch it all. So it's been leaking a bunch of water or coolant out of this side of the radiator, and I believe the radiator is actually cracked. I've tried replacing the petcock, putting some Teflon tape in it, but it did not do anything. And it only leaks under pressure, so that's what leads me to think we got a crack in the radiator. And it's very tight on these cars, so that's why we're just going to pull it out. Radiators aren't that much money. Now we have to pull it out from the bottom of the car. We can't go from the top side. And then we have fans in the way, and then it clips into the condenser on this side, so let's get after it. I don't think you have to remove the airbox, but I'm going to do it to give me a little bit extra room. So that clip's done. Got some wires back here. I'll press on the back. This comes out. There we go. Do the 4 sides for the airbox. We should be able to lift. Yep. Pull that hose out of the clamp there. And can we get this off of the throttle body? It looks like it's been on there for quite a while. There we go. Lift up. Well, I would like that to be unplugged, but it's going to be a little difficult. So we're going to leave it like that. It's supposed to be clipped in or something. Mine's broken. There we go. I guess it's the first time I've had the airbox off, but a bunch of just stuff back here. It kind of looks like oil. I guess I could touch it, but I was able to shine my phone down here, and it looks pretty certain that the radiator actually has a little crack in it. So that's good. Let's just keep pulling stuff out. Just undid this upper hose clamp, so now I can twist it off and continue draining out what's left of it. There we go. Not much. Looks like this right here is the wiring for the fan motor. Not sure how it comes undone, but I do see a tab. Let's see, can we get it? There we go. Just gotta press real hard. Wiring for the, I guess this is the ground for the fan motor, is electrical taped in here. I need to cut this off and then unplug that. And over here is the overflow hose. So we just got that spring clip that will undo and take that off. Now the lower hose has been replaced at some point, or at least the clamp, because it had the worm style. Maybe you just use a flathead. So undid that. Let's pull this out of there. And yep, not that much. So next up, we're gonna get the fan motor and shroud out. So there's that black plastic. We just have to lift up on it and then pull the shroud and the fan up. There's going to be 4 tabs, 2 on each side, and they're both kind of in the same spot, just on the other side. And if you want to save time and you know you're replacing the radiator, get a big pry bar, shove it in there, and just break the tab off. I'll show you on this side. It's pretty difficult to get all 4 tabs kind of lifted up and released and then pull up at the same time. You don't have 5 hands. So I just broke that one off, and it's free as could be. So I think that's just going to be the route I go. Maybe I could even just do the bottom side, and then these 2 I can do regularly. And if you don't want to break it, I think it's easiest to come from the bottom. Use a screwdriver to press the tab down on this bottom one, and then you can lift the shroud up. And there we go. I'm free on both of the bottoms. Now we can work the tops. At this point, it's completely out. of the 4 tabs. Now we just gotta figure out, does it come up from the top or down from the bottom? Kind of looks like the bottom, but yeah, it does look like the bottom. Oh, it just fell. And out the bottom we go. There we go. Now up top we need to remove these. I just got this one out. As you see, broke one of the plastics off. So let's see if I can be a little gentler for this next one. But you have to press in the 3 tabs here and lift up at the same time. So I did it like this, and then I used my other hand to press that one in and lift up. Like this. Oh, this one came out nice. There we go. That's what it looks like when you don't break it. Can't really get a shot of it, but there's 2 on each side, just like before with the fan motor. Except for this one has whatever this is, a dryer or something. But if we can stick in a screwdriver and lift it up, we'll be good. And again, if we can't get to it, we can break it off because the new Radiator has new tabs. I just broke off all 4 tabs on the condenser. Way easier to just do it like that. We'll figure out how to put them in properly, but for now the Radiator is completely loose and separated from everything. Now we just got to get it out. The AC lines here are pretty tight, so we need to make some room for it. I think we just lean it forward, and then we're going to have to lift it up quite a bit. Oh, there's a whatever this bracket thing is up here. It's kind of in the way, but mine's soft and malleable, so I just bend it. Now I can lift up a little, but I think we have to go down. Now there's going to be something rubber, like a gasket or bushing on the bottom. We're going to have to fight that to get it out of the bottom clips. On the bottom side here, this is what I'm talking about. There's these little tube things on both sides. It just kind of helps locate it into place, and then a bushing sleeve to just keep it still. So we have to lift it up and over that opening. As you see, it's hitting it. So we got to go up just a few more inches. All right, let's see what she's got. Oh, I think I got the right side out. Passenger side. Let's lift. There we go. Both sides are out. Now how to get it out. I think we can just drop it straight down. We just got some stuff in the way. So driver's side's down. Passenger side needs some work. Tilt it. There we go. And we are coming on out. It's stuck on something over here, but basically it's out. Now that it's out, we can see it. Let's see where the leaks was. So this was driver's side where it was coming out, and I thought it was coming out of the petcock, but I don't think so. That's why we're doing this. So look at, we got some corrosion mark here. I don't know what the bluing is. Something got hot or something, but I think this is my leak right around here, because that's not cleaning off. And this area was wet, like soaked, and then everywhere else we had that white residue drip, but this area was just soaked. So I think it was cracked right around here, right under the upper radiator hose. Old versus new, took like 30 minutes. Here it is. Here's the new one. So everything appears to line up from what I'm seeing. It comes with a petcock. The only thing is the new one did not come with these rubber bushing things in. So we have to pry it off of this and transfer it to the new one. But that should be no big deal. And as you see, we still have clips here. They are with the Radiator. Whereas this one broke off some of them. I think it's this side. Yeah, this side broke off some clips just to get it out. but it's fine. We're replacing this. To get these off, they just twist off. This side goes to the radiator, this goes to the bottom. Pretty simple, just twist it like you're unscrewing something. Now to put it on, to make it a little bit easier, I'm grabbing some oil from my dipstick and I'm trying to coat the inside where this is going to slip over our radiator. So with a little oil, coat that up just a little bit. And there we go. Slides right on. Now to install, going from underneath, and I'm going to slide it up. Okay, it's pretty difficult to get the condenser clips in. The condenser needs to go up, but there's no room for it to go up anymore. And I can't push the radiator down anymore, at least not with what I currently have it like. So I'm wondering, do I even need the clips? I mean, I think everyone can agree the 4 clips that lock into place is way overkill for a condenser. What I'm wondering is, does it even need the clips? Because it is right up against the radiator and it can't go forward because there's bracket things in the front that the clips are going to grab. It can go back against the radiator a little bit, but it's not like it's going to eat a hole through it. I don't know. I'll play around with it a little bit, but I may just leave it like this. I mean, it's not like this isn't a customer's car or anything, so there's no harm in me doing that, at least none that I see. Well, I decided this radiator hose is covered with coolant. The airbox has been leaning on it. It might be punctured. This could be a source of a leak too. So let's just replace it. There we go. And this is the old, this is the new one I picked up. Now, slightly concerned, it has roughly the same shape, but it looks like the old one is bigger opening than the new one. Hopefully it's just because this is kind of swollen and old. As you see, it looks disgusting, like it's definitely had some coolant drip out of it or something, drip off of it. So let's try fitting this in. Gonna have to lube this up with some oil to give it the best chance of fitting. All right, it slid on. Great. So I lubed it up with some oil on both sides and it went on like a breeze, so that's good. This is just really swollen. So we got the clamps on. Now we just gotta put them in the right spots so they actually clamp down, and then continue reassembling this. All right, I think I have everything back together now. See the airbox in. The new hose actually goes around the airbox. I had to tweak it, get it just right, but it does go around the airbox. The old one, the airbox was sitting on top of, which was not good. But I just want to make sure my connections on both sides of the upper hose are good. Same with the lower, since we did touch that. And we do have the overfill hose going in. Just want to watch over all those connections. Topped it off with some water first, since it's way cheaper to lose water than it is to lose freshly bought coolant. Just got it idling still. We topped off with some coolant in here. Got the cap open so it can just keep bleeding. Got the heater on the inside. We're just trying to bleed all the air out, and yeah, it's finally hot on the inside, making sure we're not overheating. But if I rev it, keep it up to almost 3 grand, you feel it get real hot. That means the heater's working, it's circulating the coolant everywhere. When I get off and it idles, we should still have heat. And once we do, that means we're right about there. And I still have heat. Oh yeah, it's nice and hot. So I think we're about wrapped up here. So the thermostat would have opened already. See if I can touch it. guess the thermostat is not open. That coolant hose is still nice and cold. Once it opens, we should see the level dropped pretty good. But so far, no leaks. Like I said, I was concerned about this upper hose because I had to kind of tweak it, but it's sitting good and it's not kinking or anything, and nothing's dripping under here. Final step, closing off the cap, sealing the system so it can build some pressure. Yep, and now that lower hose has some heat. I can feel the thermostat is opened. We are good. It's still, temperature's good, and still no leaks anywhere, which is great. So I think we can call this good. We put in a new radiator, and as a bonus, we put in an upper hose just to be safe. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.